Well, hey everyone, how's it going? My name is Shani and I'm a part-time reseller, and tonight I have a ship with me. My voice is still nasally, so give me a break. Please give me a break. I have not been on here the last couple nights because I'm gonna be honest. Yesterday, I did not sell anything at all. And Tuesday, I sold one item. So Tuesday night, I just made the decision not to do a video since I only had one item to show you. But I will tell you about it. I did get it in my spreadsheet tonight. Oh man, it's been rough. It's been a rough fourth quarter, but so on Tuesday the 7th, October 7th, I sold this vintage Monroe ivory knitwear crochet shrug cardigan. It was a sweater size small medium. I sold this on Poshmark, and I'm trying to get to it for y'all. I took an offer of $16, and I've had it. It is a very, very old listing. I've had it for a really long time. So I'm just kind of gonna show you. That's it. That's what it looks like. Sorry, I have kids riding by on their bikes. So I sold it for $16 after fees and shipping. My net profit is $12.80. So finally out the door. It was a very old item and I was happy about that, but that's all that sold Tuesday, and then turn around and I made no sales yesterday either. Tell me all the platforms were working, please, because I've been in a little bit of shock that we weren't that busy. I don't know. I say we, it's me. But anyway, so and it was a Poshmark sale, so that's good. And then tonight, well, let me just say this. Today, I had today off. I had a doctor's appointment and some running around to do, and I had made no sales, and I was like, what is happening? And then I ended up making a sale, but still by like 3 p.m., that was the only sale, and it was this. It was an eBay sale. It's going out in a 12 by 15 poly mailer, and it was an offer I accepted just so I could make a sale, which sounds really bad, but you got to do what you got to do sometimes. But this is a lot. I picked up this Eddie Bauer women's fleece pullover and turtleneck lot. And then I put striped size large. So both pieces are striped. This is the turtleneck, and it is Eddie Bauer. And let me get you. This is written on Eddie Bauer. I think everyone knows what Eddie Bauer is, but you know, Eddie Bauer used to perform way better. I feel like it's more saturated. Plus, they do more things like, you know, sell to Sam's Club and things like that. So I feel like the quality of their items has went down a little bit over the years. And my personal opinion, I also feel like that is what's wrong with Land's End now. Land's End also, I feel like their quality has went down over the years as well. But so I picked these two up in a bag sale from one of my favorite thrift stores. My cost of goods when I divided them out was 83 cents each, which is pretty good. I could have sold these by themselves, but I feel like they would have sat for a while. And here's the fleece one. And I kind of felt like, first of all, I didn't want them to set. I wanted them to sell this winter. fall or winter. And here is this Eddie Bauer tag. I feel like this is the newer Eddie Bauer tag, I think. But anyway, so I posted these both and I accepted an offer of $17. So I bought them for 83 cents each. There was some sort of flying bug of some sort. My garage door is open. So you never know what you're going to get here in Missouri. Bugs. Oh, yes. Where's my thing at? So $17 I accepted. And I did donate $1.70 to my local charity. And my net profit is $10.19 after both of the 83 cents cost of goods coming out. So, you know, it is what it is. I am happy that they actually sold pretty fast because I just listed them like a couple weeks ago. Okay. And I am just shoving them in here. So yeah, I got home this afternoon and I jarred up a bunch of jewelry to take to my flea market booth. And took some pictures of some junk jewelry. I listed on eBay tonight. But I finally, oh, and I recorded a haul. So yes, I'm in the same clothing, I think. But I think I got another sale about 5-ish. And then I ended up sending 20% offers off on Poshmark. And then that generated one sale. So there is that. But I will show you my second sale on eBay. And I had a really good Etsy sale. I'm so excited. All right, this is something I picked up this year. This is a lot of 4. I'm sending them out in an 8x8x8 box. And this is a vintage mid-century modern gold and white splatter paint cocktail juice glass set of 4. Look how pretty those are. I call them confetti glasses. I probably could have added confetti, but they're almost like a little cordial glass or something. I'm not quite sure, but the lot of 4 of them I picked up at the Goodwill a long time ago, February the 10th. I'm gonna be honest. When I first picked them up, I was really thinking I was gonna list on Cherish. I still have yet to get started on Cherish. When I stopped my on-call job for my full-time job and I started back to days, at first I didn't know if I was going to start. And I really considered just trying my hand at reselling full-time. My husband's very supportive and was like, just do it. But here's the deal. I've always had that piece of me that's very, I don't want to say logical. I mean, I am, there's some things I am not logical on, but I grew up with, I'm not going to say we were poor. My mom and dad worked really hard and they had to provide for 4 kids. And I mean, they worked really hard. And so anyway, there's that piece of me when I start to think about finances and really struggling. I have a hard time living on a prayer, I guess. I don't know. And I thought about, you know, my retirement, my insurance, things like that. And so I just was like, until we get our debt paid, I am not ready to just chance it. It's not that I don't believe in myself, because I mean, I would have probably started selling more on Whatnot, and I would have definitely started Cherish. But anyway, so yeah, why did I get off on that story? Oh, that's because I originally bought them for Cherish. And on Cherish, you typically will bring in way more than the other platforms. There are designers, interior decorators that buy on Cherish. And so, you know, they're really kind of looking for that one thing. So things will sit a little bit longer, but I feel like that's like a higher quality mid-century modern piece that would have been a great addition to a bar cart or something. So anyway, this sold on eBay for $26.99. They used my 15% off coupon, and that saved them $4.05. After everything is said and done, I made $15.75. So it's not a total bust, but I mean, I loved those glasses. Things like that I love, and so I always feel better about selling. So yeah, so there's that. I'm super excited about that. Okay, let's go to this Poshmark sale. Oh, I also have a guy is supposed to come tomorrow. It's sitting out on my front porch. He was going to come today, and he decided to come tomorrow. I'm going to show you. It's this Key Imperial men's blue denim bib overall. Carpenters, size 40-34. I posted them for $26, and he is going to do a porch pickup tomorrow. So let's cross our fingers he shows up. He says he will. So I did delist them off of all my other platforms and marked them as pending on Facebook. So hopefully. Okay, Poshmark. So this is the one sale that generated on Poshmark with my 20% off. These earrings are so cute. And I have them kind of in a wrapper, but they are Kate Spade. They're kind of in a wrapper. They're very cute. You actually sometimes see me wear them. I have some identical to these. So when I saw these, I knew exactly what they were. Plus, they have the Kate Spade look to them. But they're Kate Spade Spot the Spade earrings, gold tone, clear, rhinestones, stud. I had listed these for $14.99. So when I sent offers out on Poshmark, it sent a $10 offer and they accepted. I bought these for $3. Which is a little bit of a bummer, but you know what? I just need the sales at this point. So my net profit's $405, which stinks, but you know, it is what it is, and I'm gonna be glad in it. Okay, I made $4 on these little tiny earrings that weren't using any room hardly. I actually have a lot of my jewelry is inside in my spare room in a dresser, and just to keep them out from being lost out here in this horrible garage, messy garage. But anyway, I am just kind of bulking them up, and they're going out in this little 8x4 mailer that I got on Amazon. So there is that. I'm going to close this. For some reason, it doesn't act like it wants to close good on this. So I'm going to just close it with my little stickers I bought. Okay. So there's that. And then this last item is, I'm so excited to show you guys this. And it just hit me. Here it is. I know I've said before, so eBay, Vendoo is not recognizing when something sells on Etsy. And truthfully, I have been so lazy. I haven't even sent a message asking like, why does this not work good? Because it seems like other people it works for, but it never has. Now, it used to post very easily to Etsy. It just wouldn't recognize a sale. And then right now it seems to be, I'm having troubles with it connecting to Vendoo. So anyway, connecting Etsy to Vendoo. So Etsy is one of those platforms where you definitely have to be active on it. It feels like, I mean, that's every platform it feels like, but you have to be active on it, and you might not get a sale for a week, 2 weeks maybe, and then all of a sudden you get a sale. And it's usually a full price sale, which is very nice. And this thing I have had for a while, but I knew it would take the right buyer. And so I am super happy that it has sold. And I don't know where my roller is. It's over there. But this is a vintage 60s or 70s graph California plaid vest and pleated midi skirt set size 10. Look at this amazing vest. It's orange and gray and yellow. So pretty. There's the vintage tag graph. Just a beautiful, those gold buttons, just a beautiful. So here's the vest. And here is the pleated skirt. Now, I found this, I want to say, in a bag sale at one of my little local thrift stores. I want to say, or at the Goodwill outlet. One or the other. But here's this one's tag. Look at this pleated skirt. Now, I will say, plaids seem to be really in. Plaids always kind of come in. But this year, there just seems to be something about plaids. And especially like a vintage plaid. That seems to be in at this time also. So this, when you buy old skirts or something like that, do this test on the band, because if the elastic is bad, you'll hear it kind of go, and then it like stretches out and you just know it's bad. But this one is great. It's in great shape. Just a, oh man, how cute. When I saw this, I was like, please be my size. I would totally wear this. I just think it's an amazing piece. And I'm kind of sad it's leaving, but I've had it for a long time. And I had it marked up for a while for, man, close to $100 for this set. These nice vintage pieces like this. And it's like a wool. They can bring good money depending on the aesthetics of it, the brand. They can bring some good money. I have had this on a few 50% off sales and it never sold. Amen for that. But I have decreased the price a few times. So finally, I had it listed and it sold on Etsy for $75 plus shipping. I told you guys, I do have higher priced items. You just see a lot of bread and butter sell from me. But I am ecstatic with this. And it is going to a college, a university theater department. So how exciting is that? And I've heard of other resellers like selling things to like Hollywood. I have actually sold a few pieces to like a Hollywood production. Like you could just tell that's where it was going. And I am so excited. So after my fees and shipping, it's caught, of course it's wool, so it's like been hanging up in on my rack back there. After fees and shipping on this though, on Etsy, my net profit is $67.24. Tell me this is not an amazing piece, please, because I won't agree with you. this is like just so amazing. So what I'm doing is it's gonna go out in a 12 by 15. I wrapped the top and the bottoms separately. I just felt like I'd rather do that than try to get them in a shipping paper. Don't ask me why. But I thought it was a good time at the time. A good thing at the time. So I'm so excited. This just made my day. Truly made my day. And the night's still young. It's, what time is it? It's 8 p.m. I could make another sale or two, right? Hopefully. Hopefully. So, very, very exciting. I hope your sale, maybe that means our weekend's gonna be great. Wouldn't that be amazing? So here it is, 4 items going out tonight or tomorrow. So super exciting. I am ecstatic with this sale. Very, very nice piece. It's kind of one of a kind pieces that you find, you know? And this is why, you know, don't be afraid to open your horizons. If you aren't into vintage clothing, but you find kind of a cool piece like this, that's just a one-of-a-kind piece, especially one that kind of speaks to like a look, an aesthetic, you know, nowadays. I don't know what I'm saying, but 67 bucks I just got on that, and I'm super happy with that. So have a good night, everybody. Thanks for watching. I know my videos have been kind of, I got something on me, sorry. Kind of hit and miss just because my sales are hit and miss. But I'm just going to pray we have a great Friday tomorrow. And I hope your sales are great. And thanks for watching. And I'll hopefully see you tomorrow.